On this episode of WikiLocked,
Let's fight Corp.
how many Mahogany Homes contracts do you have to do in a day until you've had a lethal amount of caffeine from drinking tea? Maybe if I learn actual dance choreography, I can improve in the barbarian assault choreography.
Oh, get scratched out. Okay.
And now, our feature presentation.
Music has been an integral part of Runescape's culture for eons. But for the longest time, nobody knew how to physically express it. There just wasn't dancing around here. Some places, the idea of moving your body around wildly meant that you were being possessed by the chaos of Zamorak. And they were right. Whatever anyone tells you about West Ardoin, it's a lie. It was burned down and quarantined because someone was tapping their foot at a pub. And then one day, Flappy131 does something nuts. She just starts standing on one foot and kind of rhythmically cheering. It changed everything. We just called it dance, because that's what it was, dance. Everyone was doing the dance. All right, there's also the jig. That's also a dance. The jig isn't a dance, it's a jig. It's different, it's got its place, but it's not a dance. And that was pretty much it. That's all we needed. You go to a wedding, everyone is doing dance. Someone is celebrating a gnome ball goal, dance. We have one incredible dance move and we don't need anything else. We also do have a jig. And then WikiLocked decided to come in and make things bad. Oof.
I'm making a new character on Runescape, but not allowing myself access to the wiki or any informative plugins. The only wiki pages I can view will be 5 random ones. I will then have to encounter them in-game before I can generate a new one. I unlock the wiki one page at a time. I'm Scramph, and this is Runescape, WikiLocked.
On the last episode of WikiLocked, we uncovered a new continent and a spiritual political thriller on Varlamore. We met a bunch of folks, the charming and brave Prince Itzla, the mean Tullis twins, and the cryptically sinister Metzli, who said she saw death in her eyes. I guess she knew that in order to continue the questline, we'd have to get 48 Slayer, so we learned a lot about the many creatures of RuneScape by killing them all. And surprise, surprise, Metzli and the twins are evil, and they're trying to bring about an apocalypse. Something that is to be worried about. But the biggest plot twist is the only reason I cared about any of this was because I just wanted to see a frozen block of ice. The Frozen Platform, a page I randomly rolled on the OSRS wiki, and was located in the dungeon encountered during the questline. So I left Prince Itzla in his apocalyptic cult sandals in a frozen dungeon to figure things out on his own. And karma hit me pretty much immediately because I then rolled the Penance Hat, a reward from Barbarian Assault that requires 275 points in each roll and a queen kill. The last time I tried Barbarian Assault, it did not go well. It is the battle prom of RuneScape, where you team up with a group of 4 other, in theory, friends, and hit the dance floor where you have to call out moves to each other, like a syncopated combat cha-cha slide. Like prom, friendships are tested. Like prom, sometimes people get in over their head and pass out and ruin the night. That's what happened to me last time. I kept on passing out. My fellow barbarian assaulters were not a fan of me. I was told to sit and wait upstairs, like the kid who was throwing the prom after party, forcing his younger brother to stay in his room. And now we return. But this time, I'm going to do my research and practice. Not from the OSRS wiki, because I can't do that, but the real Wikipedia and life itself. Just as cooking the recipe for disaster foods gave me the perspective and stomach issues to complete my goal, maybe if I learn actual dance choreography, I can improve in the barbarian assault choreography. At the very least, it will get me okay with embarrassing myself, which will help me power through the eventual and inevitable case that I throw a barbarian assault round. And it will all culminate in a dream ballet I will choreograph about our WikiLocked journey so far. I rented a dance studio in Manhattan to be able to reach my full dance potential. Real life Scramph, take it away.
Hello! I'm literally in the studio. Dance studio to learn how to dance. They got the bar here, the famous bar. What to do with it? I don't know. The only thing that's powering me is a pina colada flavored Celsius, the Playa Vibe. This is not a sponsorship. If anything, it's an admission of guilt and my vice. My goal is to have an incredible dream ballet that summarizes this entire season of WikiLocked, and doing so with as many Wiki ballet terms as possible and done correctly. I'm nervous. My head feels weird. My heart is racing. I'm pretty sure that's all from the pina colada flavored Celsius. Don't drink anything pina colada flavored before 12. That's just a hard and fast rule. Semblé, a jump that takes off from 1 foot and lands on 2 feet. When initiated with 2 feet from the ground, the leg performs a battement glisse. I've got to learn French too in order to do this. The dancer launches into a jump with the 2nd foot, then meeting the 1st foot before landing. So 1 foot lands on 2 feet. Let me watch the video again. That's not bad. I'll make a clap in the air. What do you do with your arms? They gracefully go very bird-like. Loving that. 2 feet in the air. I think I got that one done. I think that one was easy.
I think we're at the point in our account where we can try to make progress on all the random pages we have to roll. The crate part, the portal nexus, the novelization of the Taste of Hope, the corp master one that I don't think I can make progress on, but let's see, and the penance hat. The penance hat is my goal by the end of this episode, and I've assembled some members from my Discord, the Lumbridge Community Pool, to go to prom with me. But let's start by checking out the crate part, which you acquire during the Great Brain Robbery quest. There are a lot of requirements for that one, but I start by unnesting the Matryoshka doll of required quests until we get to Big Chompy bird hunting. We now have the range to do that one. So it's time to meet up with White Shrek in his swamp. No need for any fluff story to begin the quest. Rantz here is getting right into it. He wants stabbers to kill Chompys. Based on process of elimination, stabbers are arrows, stabber chuckers are bows, and Chompys are shit out of luck. To make an authentic stabber, we need achy tree sticks and dog bones? No way. I can't believe the Runescape game is explicitly telling me to do this, but I guess we have to try to see if you can kill the dog in Varrock. There he is. Look at him, he just needs a home. I'm sorry, no, I can't do it. I can't do it. Even though it's what the game is asking me to do, there's gotta be another way. Also, there doesn't seem to be an attack option. Anyway, my good animal karma immediately kicks in as 1877 Cars for Kids, my normally named kitten, evolves into a normally named cat. We drop him off at our normally named animal shelter, the Johnny Idaho Memorial Animal Shelter, not because he died, just because I miss him. All right, so we go into this cave over here. Maybe there's some dogs in here. Oh, there's just some dudes. They're White Shrek's teen sons. I guess that explains his desperation for us to help with hunting the Chompy. He's a single father with mouths to feed. Oh, they're the dogs. Wolves. I get it. I get their bones, chip them into arrowheads, and go to Rantz to assemble it. Hey man, you don't have to say we're not good at this. We're following your instructions. I guess we're missing the fluffsies from the flappers. Man, you never said we needed feathers. We get those and bring 14 of them to Caucasian Shrek. Next up to hunt the Chompy, we have to set some fatsy toads for them. You blow them up with swamp gas, and apparently his sons play with these blowers and frogs all day. Okay, well then I guess they could help the dad hunt, but instead it's up to me. I guess they're hitting the swamp gas so often that dad locked the blower away. That is in a locked chest, which is a chest with a giant rock over it. That's one way to do a child lock. And we get the bellows. While cutting trees to make more of the arrows, stabbers, I get the Mime Show random event. The Mime Show is the biggest performance in RuneScape. It's the only stage that I know of. I mean, I haven't made it to the Theater of Blood yet, but I don't think they're putting on touring productions of Avenue Q or anything. I think it's for killing. It's clear just as different kinds of dancing isn't big in RuneScape, neither is theater. There's just 3 strangers in the crowd, each one more bizarre and intimidating than the last. And I come down with stage fright, embarrassment, making me forget what I need to do. Dude, just fucking copy me. I eventually lock back in. If I can't handle this, I'll never be able to put on my abstract ballet interpretation of my stupid snowflake YouTube series. We get the mime mask and become Dajoka. Collect some more wolf bones and achy sticks. It's like hot dogs and buns. The quantity never lines up. There's always one extra. Mow down these snow dogs. They're much easier than the fire dogs we had to fight in the Taverley dungeon. Make a few more wolf arrows just in case, and then start blowing up the frogs. These ogres are really not beating the Shrek allegations. So basically, our bellows are a big nitrous canister. and we fill it up with swamp gas, and then we do swamp whippets until the frogs get so high they become balls. And we go drop some frog balloons for a chompy party. Go tell Rantz what's next. I think I'm starting to become the insecure new hire who's asking for clarification on everything, because while we're talking, the balloon bait runs out. Oof, poor frogs. Now that's animal cruelty. I mean, surprise, surprise, the big chompy bird hunting quest isn't vegan. So we drop another, and of course have to check in with my chompy supervisor. There one is. All right, time for Rantz to do something and just shoot it. Time for Rantz. Come on, buddy, do something. Come on, white boy, do something. Okay, he's just not gonna do it, is he? We have to convince him to let us shoot a bow. Drop another toad balloon, put a little party hat on it, put some streamers, some presents in the corner. Oh, a guy who we didn't invite came to the party really early. Gotta make some awkward small talk. Hey, man. Hey, how are things doing with you? Not really that great, you know how it is. Yeah, well, good talking. And surprise! We throw the ultimate surprise party and shoot the arriving chompy. We can give it to our pasty Shrek boss, and that should be our job. Nope, we have to cook it. And they're being particular about what they want with it. Rantz wants potatoes, and I have to go in and ask his teenage sons what they want. I have to go in and interrupt them from hitting swamp whippets and raging on voice chat and Marvel Rivals, while on a second screen, they just let a single AI-made YouTube short of Jordan Peterson owning, and I'm air quoting as hard as I can right now, feminists just loop again and again, the hatred slowly festering into their brains. Sorry, I'm just projecting. I'm mad I have to get their picky orders. One of the kids asked for doogie leaves on his, that's cat food flavoring. The other asked for equa leaves. What's with requesting specific seasoning? I'm making a roast bird. I'm not going to be demanding rosemary, otherwise I'm not eating it. Their dad is no help telling me where their favorite spices can be located. There's a little garden here with a cabbage and a potato for Papa. No leaves in sight. That's not food, that's a fern. There's also broken bottles over here that the little shits probably drank and threw at Chompys while they're high on swamp gas. Okay, and here are the dookie leaves that are by the random plane runway out here. Okay, so it looks like these quest items should be actually in the vicinity if we have 2 of them. Here's a bridge I can't cross, so I try to crawl through a tunnel. Oh, can't use this rope swing. I try to talk to this ogre Og, but he won't talk to me. The only help the ogres are giving me are that some are trying to kill me. Okay, looks like there's a city, Gutanath over here, and they have an herb store. They might know. Nope, because only ogre and ogre friends are allowed, and being an ogre family's personal hunter chef isn't good enough. So we're thrown out and down an entire hillside like in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Try to crawl through another cave, and ooh, I get to that island with the bridge I was trying earlier. Maybe the chest is their spice drawer. It's locked. I don't think this is what the quest had in mind. I'm just looking everywhere on the ground. It's a lot of herb-looking ferns. I go to this island just off the coast of Yanil, and I try to talk to someone in Hazelmere, who is even harder to comprehend than Rantz. No help. I check my bank to make sure it's not in there somehow. I have some herb lore and forestry leaves, but no equa. Equa is a common prefix for horse-related things, like equestrian, or the crazy play equus. So maybe it's horse-related? But now that I think about it, are there even horses in the game? The closest I can think of are unicorns, and actually those are in the vicinity, but take a look and it's just more ferns around them. I still haven't investigated the pile of rocks, so I grab a pickaxe and pick the pile of rocks, and I get a rock. I don't know what I was expecting. The final thing I'll try, I know there are doogie leaves by the cat lady's house, so first I adopt a new cat, Poppers, then I check her weed garden, but like Neil Patrick Harris's first starring role, I only see Doogie back here. I also go through the herb lore skill page to see if there's even a whinny of an equa mention, and nada. Sorry, I'm done. I said I was at the level where I could try to make progress on all my pages, not complete. This is why we have others. I'm sorry, Rantz, to not give you and your family a home-cooked meal, but I'm sure you have some chompy nuggets you can heat up in the microwave that your picky teenage sons will love. I can't spend the entire episode looking for the right kind of oregano. I have a show to put on.
Now there's attitude. This one's just called attitude. And this requires 10th grade geometry knowledge because of the angles in this thing. A position in which a dancer stands on one leg while the other leg is raised and turned out with knee bent. I didn't think my body was going to bend in ways that necessitated mathematical instruments, but lo and behold, attitude. You gotta bend, scram the post scram, if you're watching this. Do a math, be a deer and do a math to check if this feels right. Okay, so for the attitude, I could be in point, which is on my toes, but I don't have to be, so I'm gonna nod. Ooh, was it all your toes or just got the break? Attitude. Yeah, I think I got attitude. Cabriola, and a Allegro step in which the extended legs are beaten in the air. Basically, you click them, you like a scissor, you click your legs in the air. Okay, 45 degrees. Oh, Jesus Christ, they're so talented. They're all so talented. Every dancer's talented. Okay. It's all about angles, turns out, so Scraff, again, I'm gonna need you to be in post to be doing some math here. Let's see what angle I can get. Break it down like side side. Just go like, hey, editing Scraff is okay if I talk to you like this. Please. Hey, give me another second. I'm not ready. Give me one more time. I'm not ready. That felt good. I'm not gonna be able to control my hands for that one, but that's a cabriole.
I'm at 37 construction, which is more than halfway to 72 that I'll need for the portal nexus in normal math. In Runescape math, we're not even close. Have done some construction training at Wintertot, rebuilding their giant walks. I volunteered in Habitat for Undead Humanity, where we rebuilt a temple in Morton. It didn't give me construction, it gave me crafting XP, because the most important thing was crafting a relationship with the local population. So after that, I've just been building and tearing down medieval fridges in the solace of my house, in the void that the Property Brothers were birthed out of. But there is another construction method that I haven't tried yet that might shake things up. Mahogany Homes. Mahogany Homes is a business venture that you sign up for, and completely out of your pocket, you repair people's homes and furnitures in exchange for construction experience. It's very close to the Nathan For You episode, where Nathan got people to work as movers completely for free in the guise of getting a good workout. I really think Nathan Fielder is in charge of the Runescape Chamber of Commerce. We go to Amy and Falador, the CEO of Mahogany Homes, and sign up for a novice contract. That's the best we can get. I would love to actually get to read the contract, because with this way the business operates, I'm sure I'm signing away my life in case of injury and the ability to sue them, but there's nothing I can do. Our first gig is Ross in East Ardoyne. We meet up with our client and he needs his oven fixed, 2 oak drawers built, a bed built, and his hat stand fixed. How is everything in this man's house broken? The only thing that I can understand being broken is his hat stand, because it broke under the weight of how pretentious his feathered fedora is. I mean, come on. So we fix his furniture and then repair his oven by smacking it with a hammer and go to Ross for my reward. You're not paid any cash, just offered a cup of tea that you are not able to refuse. Drinking the tea, which I guess is brewed with wood shavings, gives you the construction experience. And it's not bad, we immediately gain a level. We're now at 38 construction. Next up is Larry and Falador. I really like these NPCs having regular ass normal names. It feels like what I have to do when I'm DMing D&D and have to come up with someone's name on the spot. We show up to our new gig, our kitten Poppers in tow, and we need to do more oven and hat rack repair. We drink some more tea and on to the next job. Next up, we need to go to Ross and East Ardoyne, and what? Didn't we just do that? What could he possibly need? Let me guess, you want your oven fixed, 2 oak drawers, a bed, and a hat stand repaired. Surprise, surprise. Does Mahogany Homes just have a list of people with anger issues across the globe and sends us there every time they throw a hat stand in a fit of rage? Are these people operating rage rooms out of their homes Airbnb style? Airbnb? Like air breaking and entering? Is that anything? I don't even think that makes sense, because as we're repairing all of this stuff, he called someone else to repair his stuff at the same time as me. As soon as I get there, I'm watching Ross share a cup of tea with another contractor. Is it like a repairman fetish? But as I go house to house, repairing furniture and drinking my contractually obligated wood shavings tea, I have another question that I could maybe answer. I have figured out the alcohol content of NPCs I've given liquor to in quests, but I'm curious here. How many Mahogany Homes contracts do you have to do in a day until you've had a lethal amount of caffeine from drinking tea? This assumes that we fully drink the tea that we're given to be polite house guests, and we don't pretend to drink them and pour them into a nearby houseplant. It looks like black tea, so let's assume that. And Wikipedia gives us a range from 22 to 28 grams of caffeine in 1 gram of tea. A standard tea bag has around 2 grams of tea, making the average cup around 48 grams of caffeine. So it would be 8 Mahogany Home contracts to get the recommended daily maximum caffeine count of 400 milligrams. That is also around the same amount of caffeine as the Panera Charged Lemonade, the lemonade that Panera sold while not openly sharing its insane caffeine content. This lemonade became known as the lemonade that kills you, because it did kill people. Also, to tangent on a tangent, did you know that Panera Bread is from St. Louis, Missouri? It was originally called the St. Louis Bread Company. And they are credited on Wikipedia for coming up with the St. Louis bagel slicing method, which is when you slice bagels vertically instead of horizontally. This was just the first of their multiple crimes against humanity. Once you've completed 20 contracts, that's 960 grams of caffeine. If your Runescape character has any pre-existing heart or liver conditions, you should definitely stop before this. I'd recommend staying at 8 contracts daily tops. Once you do 31 contracts, you reach 1,500 milligrams of caffeine. That's the amount that the FDA says could cause seizures and other health effects. Now on to lethal. According to Wikipedia, the LD50, or median lethal dose for caffeine, is 150 to 200 milligrams per kilogram of weight. The wiki for average human weight doesn't have Misthalin on there, but it does have England, which is good enough. The average male weight there is 85.4 kilograms, so their lethal dose of caffeine is 12,810 to 17,080 milligrams, which is 267 to 356 cups of tea, or times that you have to repair Ross's fedora stand. This feels like more than I thought. I'm sure that before you hit that limit, you are experiencing organ failure and psychosis. That fedora hat stand is for sure talking to you once you're 50 teacups in. But this is just a warning for people beginning their construction grind. Complete just 11 contracts. Just 1.5 Panera Charged Lemonades worth of tea, made and given to me by the angry furniture-smashing citizens of Runescape, ending up at 42 construction. I'm just testing how the grind feels, and now that I know the upper limits of what I can handle before the caffeine takes me, I think this is a doable grind, and the page seems less far away. But the big show is Barbarian Assault, so I have to get back to practicing my moves.
Okay, Cambrere, Arch, literally, I think it's just this. That's an easy one. Okay, Chasse. It's like sliding and galloping. It's like the horse girl move of ballet. Fuck it, that's another. Fondue, now we're talking. That's what I want to do. I want to swan dive in some fondue right now. Hey, Daddy Scrim, can you lift me up? Can we lift me up in post? Can we lift me up in post? Ooh, more theatrical, more... Okay, I'm done with fondue. We're getting some strawberries and chocolate and shit. God damn.
One of the more difficult pages we have to complete is the Taste of Hope quest item page, a cookbook where you can get to learn how to make blood pudding from real blood. Or at least that's what I think. I haven't gotten there yet. It's in the quest, The Sins of the Father. It's gonna take a lot of quests, and it requires a ton of skills. And when I get ready to go down the line of quests I need, I see Vampire Slayer as one of the quests I need to complete before starting. It seems to be an immediate prequel to Sins of the Father. I don't think Vampire Slayer is that bad at all. It's a free-to-play quest. I've done the prequel to Vampire Slayer, Fishing Contest, where I ruined a cool vampire's coping mechanism to avoid violent thoughts by cheating in a fishing contest. And I actually have some legally acquired OSRS wiki help I can use with this quest. I've rolled a majority of the garlic-related wiki pages somehow, including just garlic. And I know from the garlic wiki page that the Vampire Slayer quest requires a whole garlic, which, I mean, isn't very surprising. I also would have guessed that without needing the page, but it is good to confirm. I also bring chopped garlic, the other page I randomly rolled, just in case it's easier to chuck individual cloves of garlic at our vampire enemy. I take some of my best gear as well, and the Wolf's Bane dagger, which I'm almost positive based on its name that it's for werewolves, but you never know if we're going to be interrupting a monster mash. We get the quest from Morgan, who's understandably scared of a vampire who's coming into town and slurping people up like Capri Suns. My words, not his. We know his room is in the basement because we awkwardly interrupted his beauty sleep accidentally during the Ernest the Chicken quest. But Morgan, I guess, also has the floor plans to Drainer Manor and knows his room. He tells us to meet Dr. Harlow, who, surprise surprise, is drunk. He's got a bloody apron, so I'd hate to be the last person he gave an appendectomy to. And surprise, surprise, he will only tell us information if we give him a beer. So we do, and he gives us back a steak, which I guess he ripped off the legs of one of these bar tables, and tells us to carry garlic, which I guess he can't smell on our person, over the smell of the beer on his lips and the fresh blood on his smock. So we go downstairs, knock on his sleep deprivation coffin, and there he is. I also don't think this is the sinister stranger, because he doesn't have sunglasses on. Also because he says his name is Count Draenor. I guess he's the man of the house. I wonder if he knows there's a mad scientist in his attic. Maybe he rents part of the house out. So we give the vampiric landlord the good old monster smash. That's the quest done. Damn, that was even easier than I thought. Maybe Sins of the Father won't be bad at all. And we're almost ready for the monster mash of our own with Barbarian Assault. But there are a few more moves left to learn.
Oh no, the fouette is the turn. We gotta get the fouette in. Fouette is also a common shorthand for fouette, bras de jambe, de tourment. Well, I'm just gonna call it fou. I'm gonna call it fou. I pity the fou. They're so talented. If there's a single ballet dancer watching this, holy shit, you go. How do they do that? How do they not get dizzy? They take a Dramamine before they hit fucking Lincoln Center? What is this? My God. Bars first so you don't get dizzy. I think post-grad don't make me look bad. Grand Jeté, that's the big one. The protractor is important because you need to do a 180 split in the air. I'm jumping like an actor in a Disney Channel original movie poster. So this is for it. It's for holding myself up when I have to go to the hospital. This is what peak performance looks like. Ow. That felt better. That felt better. Okay, that's our grand jeté. Should have brought water. Kids, when you exercise, here's the thing: bring water. Don't just drink most of a Playa Vibe Celsius. Fun fact, fun exercise fact.
And then we have our hardest page of all, 50 corp kills. I'm just curious. I just want to see what the hubbub is about. Let's fight Corp. Let's see how bad it is. I actually don't know where Corp is, but on the Corp Master Wiki page, I can hover over the corporeal beast and it says that he's in the wilderness. But the wilderness dungeons aren't labeled, so we're just gonna peek our heads in all the holes until we see the one where Corp kills us. I remember my lessons from the Coward's Guide to the Wilderness and know I'm going to die, so I only bring 3 items, some rune armor and my scimitar. I also have the genie lamp that I'm indecisive about, but if someone kills me, that'd be a pretty funny drop for them to receive. We're off to a great start as the Sunday service of Zamorak monks and mages absolutely blasts me while I'm lost in the wildy. I'm already at half health, and I brought no food because of the 3-item rule. So I think I need to take a pit stop at the Wilderness Rest Stop, the Ferox Enclave. So I go to grab a big gulp and an awful limp Subway sandwich from the rest stop, but I'm tele-blocked. And that means I can't enter the Enclave? I guess the Zamorak mages must have done that to me? And I have 2.5 minutes to avoid getting killed from a PKer. So I hide in the bushes right outside the rest stop, crouching with the thrown out big gulps, hoping nobody tries to fight me. And it works! I snack on some rest stop fish and get back at it. Alright, it's time to check out our Corp Cave. We got a cave entrance right here, but like a Florida Waffle House, too many people are fighting in front of it and we can't get in. So I go to try another cave and this one needs 100,000 coins. Are you kidding me? Is that the kind of cover fee Corp is asking for? Also, it says I don't have it in my bank. Is the Corp Club really gonna take money straight out of my bank? I don't remember giving Corp in the Wilderness my direct deposit information. I try to jump through a crack in the ground, and that's also trying to swipe my credit card, I guess, and I'm not rich enough. Is this it? Oh, no, that's the God Wars dungeon. Oh god, those memories are coming back. We'll save it for the dream ballet. So I try to run into the fight cave again, but I'm swarmed by bouncers, and they won't let me in. I try another cave. It looks like a dungeon. I see some ice giants and some of the test dummy Anku, but there's no Corp to be found. This leads me out to more dungeon entrances out here, and I don't think this is Corp, but we gotta try. And this also has a cover fee, this time 50,000 coins. I don't have that kind of change. I'll try one more entrance, and oh god, are these spiders poisonous? Well, yep, they are called poison spiders, so I do expect so. Let's turn around. I think we're gonna call it. Corp wins this time. Some of our page progress was better than others, I will admit. But it's time to learn the final move so we can prepare for the most important one, the penance hat.
The old pirouette, another turn, but just on one foot the whole time. I don't know about you, that felt like a turn. Maybe it's the dizziness, or maybe I'm getting better. Okay, tourle in air, it's when you jump and do a spin. One thing I learned, dance is math and RuneScape is math, and it's all math. It's all timing, it's all a rhythm game. The world's a rhythm game. Lock in. I do feel like that'll help me in my barbarian assault journey. It's just about commitment. Just about, even though if you make a fool out of yourself out there in front of everybody, 1 time, 2 times, 30 times, just keep on doing it, because it's not over.
It's time to pick our prom outfit. We're going with the Canadian rune tuxedo for prom with all of our rune equipment we've gained and a rune sim. We put on our black key coffin because we have to honor the high school goth phase and finish it up with the pride scarf. Because at least with my high school experience, the administration is going to classically align themselves as anti-pride, but with this is kind of verbose nothing language. But here on WikiLocked, we celebrate pride proudly. And because it's hard to get a video out on time, we also celebrate July as Pride 2.
And because Jagex dropped the ball so hard on this one, and I also dropped the ball in getting this out in time for Pride 2, I'm happy to announce that on this channel, August is now Pride 3, completing the Pride trilogy.
One of the biggest delights of getting back into RuneScape is how kind and supportive the community has been, and I want to send that back specifically to the LGBTQ+ community, who deserve safety and compassion in this digital space as they do in all spaces outside of it. Join up with some fellow pool members, we pre-game by the fire before prom, even though the bonfire is usually the post-prom move. Just having some surprisingly relevant conversation.
It feels like Celsius is going to hit the same lawsuit as the
Yes.
fucking charged lemonades.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm planning on going attacker first, and I'm wondering if it's worth it to bring my ranged equipment before I realize I can't ask my fellow prom goers any informative questions.
So, is ranged gear good? Should I take ranged gear? I mean, I can't.
Yeah, I was about to answer, but who knows?
Who knows?
Not me.
So, I take a bow just in case, but it's time to form the squad. It's not a proper barbarian assault experience without having at least one random in the mix. So we're gonna have to scour the cafeteria to find one person to join the friend group. We find one person that we're vibing with.
Oh, we
my
need to
God.
poach Pozuk. Look at this guy.
And try to do everything we can to get them to join the party. But in the process, typical pre-prom drama starts, and somehow Ninja gets poached from us and gets in the wrong limo to prom.
How do I leave?
Pozuk also got taken.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you both.
It's just
I'm
like
gonna
real
leave.
prom.
I got kidnapped. It's not my fault.
You got kidnapped by the cool kids.
I entered a car because I thought it was your car.
We recover and reconvene, but we have to continue to find our fifth friend. After multiple promposal rejections, I realize that the barbarian prom metaphors continue.
But you literally have to like write someone a "Will you join" sign and send it to them.
But finally, we find our fifth member. And we make sure to let them know the wiki restrictions we're under. We're back to attacking, which I think our training has prepared us for the most. All it is someone calling out different moves for us to switch to, and now that my glossary of dance terms has increased, I'm ready to switch on an instant and still be able to focus to call out for my comrades. It begins incredibly smoothly. Next thing we know, we're almost halfway through. And then we're almost done entirely. Oh, wait, never mind, the 6 was flipped.
Second, I thought we were on 9 somehow.
I also thought that.
The punch is starting to kick in. I'm still trying to hold down the dance floor with Ninja, Maximus is healing us, Gia's collecting non-secular Easter eggs. I'm still confused about the collector's job, and Motho has one of the trickiest jobs of all, handling the catering for the dance as defender, dropping the food for these picky guests.
You know, like, I'm sorry, this is actually just a little stale, I'm gonna send this back. I mean, I'm so sorry, can you just send the tofu back to the kitchen?
Yeah, I know that when you placed this on the ground, it was tofu like season, but it's actually cracker season now.
And we're on another level. We're handling Barbarian Assault like it's a nostalgic Flash game.
I'm playing like
Alright.
Papa's Pizzeria right now. It's crazy.
For a moment, I was like, wait, you're also playing Papa's Pizzeria at the same time? That's
Right.
ultimate skill.
Separate window, separate window.
Yeah, separate window. Instead of listening to a podcast or watching a YouTube video, I just play Papa's Pizzeria.
But suddenly, that confidence and comfort, at least for me, begins to fall away as a mosh pit begins on the dance floor.
Save Gia first, I'm running to you.
And soon enough, just like the last time I tried to go to Barbarian Prom, I pass out before the night is over. But we power through the level again and make it out. And I make a far worse mistake.
Wait, level up?
I'm very
Wait, oh
surprised
no!
this guy-
The penance hat requires 275 points in each roll, and I just threw away 200 of my attacker points on a level up that I don't even know what it does. My primitive monkey roguelike brain saw level up and clicked it, no questions asked. But we continue on, and any chance I have of passing out is saved by our caretaker of the night, Maximus. On top of running out to the school hallway to feed our bullies stale honey buns and bad jerky from the vending machine, she's also grabbing water from the questionably pure water fountain and trying to keep us all hydrated. But there's only so much they can do. And I go down again.
Nope, Scram's dead, okay.
And so does our chances of winning prom queen as our newest member of the friend group runs out the door, looking for a new crew whose parents probably let them use the wiki or something. I don't think it'll make that much of a difference, but I put on my climbing dancing shoes and my fanciest steel gloves and head back down. I should put more of a disguise on though, as I try to avoid the chaperones and sneak back in after being kicked out for drinking and passing out.
This is like, we got kicked out for drinking, and then we put on a fake mustache to come in it.
I'm also going to take healer as well this time, because it's harder for me to get knocked out if I can heal myself. So it's time to ask out another of our peers. This time it's a little more stressful. We of course try to avoid the most radicalized of our alpha peers.
Andrew Tate. I don't want Andrew Tate to come with us.
I do not want Andrew Tate on it.
I do not want...
No.
Thank God he said that.
I want to avoid an Andrew Tate-like guy, or someone else who will just ditch us if I fail more than once, so I request a collector who won't be mean this time. We ignore the Andrew Tate guy, and someone else steps up to the plate. Welcome to the team, Monkey. Can we say that? Is this collector gonna get us demonetized? So we join in with, for the upstanding folks at YouTube Standards and Practices,
It's Monkey Jeremy.
Monkey Jeremy. Healer is simple enough. It's a breeze so far. I mean, that might just be the level 1 of the whole thing talking. And yeah, I think it is just level 1 considering I wasn't even filling up my healing Stanley at all until round 3.
Oh, nothing happened. The vial is empty. What the... Do you have to use the vial on the... I've just been drinking.
Just been drinking? Yeah.
Oh, it has a little 4 next to it. Huge.
While Motho caters, Ninja keeps holding it down as the attacker, with only the weapons I have in my inventory, and this round a surprise MVP of my limited armory comes into the picture.
Oh fuck, I don't have controls.
Oh no!
I don't worry, I got Excalibur.
That's kind of messed up that the
I
healer
thought I
also has to,
remembered.
like, be
Right.
poisoning people.
That is breaking the Hippocratic Oath.
We're hitting a groove now, or maybe a delusion, as the desire for poison tofu and stale vending machine crackers steeps in.
This is making me hungry. I don't think it hurts them. It just lures them.
I mean,
Yeah, the saw blade that hurts them.
You're right, it's an allergy. It really is. It's a saw blade allergy.
But these penance enemies are just a distraction. The most important person here is Monkey. I mean Jeremy.
Jeremy!
All runners are dead. Jeremy.
Our real lose condition, I mean, well, one is me dying, of course, but the real lose condition is if we disappoint Monkey enough that they leave and don't make it to the slow dance with us. So I make sure they are being healed. Ninja brings some more drama this time, not getting in the wrong prom group's car, but is kicked out for no reason of his own.
I DC'd.
Oh no!
Connection
Oh,
lost. So attempting to re-establish.
Okay.
He gets DC'd. Free ninja, school walkout tomorrow, 12 p.m. Spread the word. Thankfully, Monkey Jeremy does not leave. We can regroup and continue on with our prom night. The queen in sight. Wave 7 done. I can level up again, but this time I break my roguelike upgrade brain and do not click it. Wave 8 done. It's almost time for the final exam.
Do you guys all have your Queen Help book ready?
Absolutely not.
Because I do. I guess I'll be reading for everyone.
We'll just popcorn it. We'll just popcorn the book.
Okay, if people don't get the popcorn reference, it's a joke I have to explain. Because if we're talking school anxiety, popcorn reading is up there. It doesn't have a wiki, but it should. So I'm constructing what that would look like. It's a decentralized class reading structure where one student starts to read, and at a certain point, the teacher or someone says popcorn, and the student can choose any other person they want to read next. Of course, classroom and friendship politics come into play here, but in theory, it is completely up to chance to see if you're next. So in my case, I was never actually reading along or paying attention to what was said, but instead reading forward to future paragraphs in case I was called on. I always wanted to make sure there weren't any big words I can mess up in front of the class, or in 5th grade specifically when we were reading Much Ado About Nothing, the word ass. I say this because the round 10 queen fight is actually a bit like popcorn. One person starts with a queen egg, and like popcorn, passes around the egg. Unlike popcorn reading, it's not a book, it's some kind of poison bomb, and it's not random, it does go in a specific order. So the collector starts off and collects the raw omega kernel, and hands it to the healer, who dunks it in the poison punch bowl. The attacker sticks spikes in it for pain reasons, and the defender dunks it in lava for good measure. And back to the collector, who's the artillery person of the group, to load into the canyon. And it's au revoir, queen. So we jump into the final round, always remembering who this is all for.
Oh, right,
For Camelot!
For Camelot.
So,
Who's
the queen's gonna get lifted from this
Yeah.
trapdoor like a pop star.
Yes.
Yeah.
And there she is, the queen of pop. Time to popcorn around this bomb and send her back from whence she came. Okay, here is a tip on trying to avoid getting sent the bomb on your turn. Just have your inventory space completely full with vending machine jerky and crackers, so Monkey can't hand you the egg. Oops. So I just try to keep everyone healed up and oh my god, get so close to going down myself. But I dunk my head in the water fountain, completely breaking the rule of only getting 3 seconds before letting the next student have their turn. And meanwhile, all the eggs are getting passed around and everyone goes to the cannon, and there we go!
Oh, good job, team! Good job!
Goated!
Thank you, Monkey. You've done so much that I don't even care if YouTube blacklists me or takes away all my money. You deserve your name said for all to hear. Thank you, Monkey Jizz. Thanks to our primate fluid friend, I get my first queen kill. But it's not enough for any hats yet. I need to have my go as a collector, and because I accidentally leveled up attacker and we had someone leave our prom group, I also need more attacker points. I would love to not have to comb for another friend this time, so I try our monkey friend, but alas.
Jeremy's
Yeah.
Jeremy's spoken for.
No.
Oh, that's understandable. He's in the high demand.
It seems after one successful prom, we're feeling a little bit hotter shit and try to grab someone as cool as us. Because I find a willing ranged attacker, but the group has a different idea.
Mole Druid! Have you seen Mole Druid dressed as a Mole
Oh
Druid?
wow, that's
Oh
actually
my god.
that's great. That's
Please,
actual
Mole Druid, we
fashion.
need you.
Oh wait, we're going for Moldridge? Should I decline?
Oh my god! He left his game for us.
No, Moldridge's on another team. Oh, I feel bad. I did literally leave someone at the altar. Oh!
Oh, that was
No,
Mole!
they're
with Mole!
Mole's got, look at Mole's
all
team in the
cool
corner. Mole's got
people.
the coolest team.
Yeah, they're really cool.
This team.
They're the popular kids.
Damn, we're immediately humbled. And we had someone willing to play with us. But we find a different ranged attacker and start the show. The prom metaphor feels strong, but collector is really where it falters. The most high school thing it's giving is the school prankster that collects rotten eggs to throw at the faculty. And maybe it's the round one talking, but it's feeling by far the easiest. I'm having my little Easter egg hunt while everyone is in the trenches. Before I can fling a single rotten Christian egg, we win.
I did not do a single thing. I was doing egg hunt like a child.
Happy Easter.
And that continues all the way to round 9. Sorry, 6.
It is wild every time we see the other lobbies for a second and there's always somebody really mad.
Yeah.
Just for a split second, like, oh, that person's really mad.
And we continue to fly. I feel like our main boost has to be coming from Excalibur. There's just something about an old sword that gets the crowd going.
I feel the hype. I feel like a hype bonus.
It's also more all booster. I feel.
Yeah, if only we all had light bearers, then we could do it twice as often.
Grandpa's never heard that word.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are talking about.
And just like that, it's time to refresh on the queen again.
You just had someone leave. That's so sad.
Oh, for Camelot. For Camelot.
For Camelot.
Anyway, for Camelot. Okay, here's an egg. Can I offer you an egg in these trying times?
Poison, right?
No, I'm gonna load them up.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, they're ready to go. Wait.
Hey! Oh my god, I just need one more. I have one egg. I have the last egg, Scramp, I'm coming.
Okay.
Goated!
We do it again. That's queen kill 2. And now we just need to make it all the way as an attacker. 3rd time's the charm. I can now confirm, though, that you can do ranged as an attacker. Dog was an absolute deity at it. And hopefully, if I ranged, I can maybe go down less. Motho and Ninja switch up their roles, and Maximus keeps holding it down as our perfect healer. And by the 3rd time, I see through the social politics. I find someone in the corner of the gym who reminds me of myself, and we get them to join. And we send it for hopefully the final time. As a ranged attacker, I also go out to the vending machine in the hallway and load up on different kinds of arrows. I also realize because Motho is attacking with me, I don't need to call things out as I try to attack. I don't tell them that immediately, though.
I don't want to call Scramp, I can just handle the calling.
That's really sweet of you to say, and I also did stop once I saw that you were doing it.
I honestly thought you might have, but I just wanted to say it.
Yeah, thank you for saying it.
Range is going way better to start. It's feeling so good that by the end of the rounds, I start testing out my dance moves in-game. Soon we're all testing out our pirouettes and fouettes. I get confused by the running joke of mixing up 6 and 9, so I do forget what wave we're in.
Is this 8? This is 8? No, it's wave 7. Literally, it says that right there.
And we keep spinning on to the next wave. But the time for game is over. We're in the thick of it now, and range isn't helping me too much from being swarmed.
Oh, you're dying, Scramp.
Oh, oh wow, I am.
Where the hell?
That was my fault. I was trying to plug in while I am.
Oh.
I'm having flashbacks from when my old barbarian assault members put me in timeout up here. They put me in their friend's bedroom after prom so I wouldn't pass out and ruin the night. But now with ranged, I can use that strat to my advantage. Wave 9 is even tougher, but we do it. On to our last dance. And this time, I'm on my own. Motho switches to healer, so we have 2 healers, and it's just me as an attacker. I've beaten the queen 2 times now, but every time in the past it's been a duplicate of the roles. I've healed with Maximus, and I've been an attacker with Motho and Ninja. It's kind of the equivalent of having the baby steering wheel next to the grown-up. I also did play Collector, which, no offense to my egg gathering friends, is by far the easiest of the roles. But now I'm going to be the solo attacker and show that I've earned this, that I can hold the dance floor down all on my own. Doesn't start great. I have to go climb up on one of the tables, and I can't pick enemies fast enough before our queen makes her dramatic entrance that makes things a lot trickier. And then someone goes down. It's not me, it's our Collector. But I mean, it's my fault. The mosh pit was still going when it's supposed to be the slow dance. And by reading the rules more carefully than I did, Maximus finds some pretty important information.
We have to kill all of the enemies before we can damage the queen.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Oh, really?
I'm almost positive I read that in the tutorial.
Uh-oh.
That's actually very bad.
Which I look back on the footage, and she literally brings this up earlier, and I have the exact opposite response.
We have to defeat all of the guys before the queen can be hurt.
So, yeah,
Okay,
it's gonna
cool.
be,
That's great.
like,
Oh, Scramp of a few hours earlier, you had no clue what would be in store. But thankfully, our +1 does not leave this time. I can't let it happen again. And it begins to happen again. I'll say it, the odds aren't good. But that's what this whole journey has been about. This whole series is about going out on our own, and with the smallest odds and without any guides, carving our own weird path.
It's the Scramp. He dunks it. The Toadstools win. The Toadstools win.
But it wasn't just me. None of this would be possible without every single one of you. I'd give up a long time ago. You're all the ones cheering me on the sidelines of the strange wiki marathon route I've mapped out for myself. We've made it here together.
I'm going down.
I'm misclicking so bad. I'm misclicking so bad.
I got him.
Look at all that we've accomplished.
As long as we can keep our clicks in check, we're okay.
Remember where we do it.
We can do it.
Down.
Alright, let's go. Go team.
We are doing it.
I'm gonna spin.
Yeah, don't spin. We need to lock in.
He's going in.
You collected them. 3,
On go.
2, 1, go.
Oh, I missed it,
Slowly.
but...
Yes! Good
Go in!
We did it. That's the penance hat. And that's WikiLocked Season 1. Thank you so much for watching. On the next episode of WikiLocked, okay, let's see what page is next for us. Tumultly Triumph. Oh my god, is this the boss from Heart of Darkness? Alright, I guess we're heading back for Itzla, who we left behind. And next season, we're going to begin bossing for real. Sounds good to me? Thanks so much again for watching. Bye-bye. Okay, now that everyone else is gone, I'm giving the actual biggest thank you to the Lumbridge Community Pool, my Patreon. Your support astounds and moves me every day. I'm so honored to be on this journey with you guys, and what we're going to do in the future is only getting me more excited. So let me shout out each and every one of you beautiful souls. So thank you, Big Squeegee. Thanks, Chunk Evil. Thank you, Kadvocado. Thank you, CW Warrior. Big Bad Ape. Foss, Orange Glad, Icosa, Pumpkin, Blue Animal, Red WZ, Kojak Horseman, Disco Daddy, Bookworm, Corumple, Chud, Hepta, Temmie, Goverden, Hilda Bilda, Sokudan, Tarantino Q, Motho, Monty, Mario, Mari Mars, Other Fire Angel, Tiki Mug, Octopada, Bustaman, Doomcat, Galaxy Dork, Maximus, Ninja 00283, Matt, Connor, Birche, Lil Zos, Chuck Quizmo, Jilly Bean, Murgatroyd 99, Knowledge, Goop da Roop, Dinky Smacker, Ava, Mibbles, Hoop Chip, Sky Dreamer, Veep, Nako, and Jimmy Dory. See you real soon.